once celebrated Donghua battle through the heavens is now at the center of intense criticism from its viewers. What was once a shining star in the world of Chinese animation has seemingly lost its spark, and fans have reached what many are calling a zero-tolerance state. This backlash didn't come out of nowhere. It's been building over time as issues both big and small started piling up. Production problems, plot changes, inconsistent updates, all these have slowly chipped away at the trust and patience of the audience, and now we're seeing the consequences. So the question on everyone's mind is, how long can this zero-tolerance attitude last? And more importantly, can the studio turn things around before it's too late? Let's explore what's really going on here. First off, let's talk about what started this negative wave, the decline in production quality. In the early days, Battle Through the Heavens gained popularity because it brought a visually compelling story to life. But now fans are noticing glaring flaws that were previously rare. One of the most talked about disappointments came during the Battle of the Lord arc. What should have been an epic fight between powerful Dusun warriors ended up looking cheap and underwhelming, mostly due to the use of basic, low-effort textures. Viewers pointed out how some of the background scenes, especially the mountains during the Ancient Ruins arc, were literally static textures, unchanging, lifeless, and completely immersion-breaking. But that's not all. Reused character models have become another sore spot. Characters from different factions, like the elders of Xingyun Pavilion and the Ye family, end up looking nearly identical. That sort of repetition creates a sense of visual fatigue. And worse, it makes fans question whether the production team is putting real care into the project or just phoning it in. Then we have the issue of plot changes and deletions, which hit the original fans especially hard. Anyone who follows Battle Through the Heavens knows how much of the appeal lies in its intricate plot lines, long-term foreshadowing, and the evolution of characters like Xiaoyan. But lately, the show has been cutting out major story points, and these changes are having a ripple effect. Conflicts between different factions suddenly make less sense. Character motivations feel unclear or rushed. Foreshadowing is weak or completely missing. Take the confrontation between Xiaoyan and the white-haired man. What could have been a high-stakes emotional moment was simplified to the point of being forgettable. Even more controversial was the change to Medusa's pregnancy plotline. Instead of following the original narrative, the show blamed her condition on vague physical problems, and in doing so, erased a huge emotional arc. Fans also felt cheated when the trailers showed what seemed to be a romantic storyline between Xiaoyan and Medusa, only for it to be completely dropped in the actual episodes. Many called this out as misleading or even fraudulent marketing. Another massive contributor to this backlash is the show's update strategy, or lack thereof. Compared to other Donghua like Dulo Dalu, which sticks to a consistent and predictable release schedule, Battle Through the Heavens has suffered from frequent delays and sudden interruptions, and that lack of consistency has eroded viewer engagement. Even when new episodes do drop, the pacing is often painfully slow. Take the Fire Energy Hunting Competition. In the original novel, this was a compact arc, but in the anime, it was stretched out to 10 whole episodes. That's 10 episodes spent on what should have been a quick, exciting side story. Fans were quick to label it as serious water injection, a term used when content is overly extended just to fill time. So at this point, viewers aren't just disappointed, they're frustrated, and their patience is wearing thin. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is a path forward. The real question is, will the producers take it? Let's look at what they could do to turn things around, and how that might affect how long this zero-tolerance period lasts. The first and most obvious fix is improving the production quality. If the team behind Battle Through the Heavens can reinvest in better animation, modeling, and special effects, it could make a huge difference. Imagine if they introduced advanced technologies like Unreal Engine 5, or doubled the budget for visual effects per episode. Remaking key fight scenes, especially those that fell flat, could serve as a sign of goodwill, a message to fans that says, yes, we hear you and we care. If even a few upcoming episodes show clear and obvious improvement, the audience may begin to soften their stance. But if quality continues to decline, or even stays the same, the current backlash could turn into full-blown abandonment. Another major step would be to respect the source material more faithfully. One of the most consistent complaints from fans has been the constant rewriting of beloved storylines. Viewers understand that adaptations require some changes, but completely removing key arcs or reworking major events into something unrecognizable? That's where the trust gets broken. The studio could fix this by restoring important scenes through flashbacks or adding clarification in the current timeline. Even just acknowledging past inconsistencies could go a long way. If these corrections are handled thoughtfully, fans who left out of frustration might be willing to come back. The third solution lies in fixing the update strategy. Weekly, consistent releases create habits. They build hype. They show commitment. A stable release schedule like Dulo Dalu has managed to keep viewers coming back week after week, even when some episodes are slower. On the other hand, if fans are constantly guessing when, or if, an episode will drop, they'll eventually stop caring. And that's a death sentence for any series, no matter how strong its IP is. Speaking of IP, let's not forget the impact of external factors. The domestic animation market is growing fast. New titles like Jian Ni and Unrivaled Tangman are bringing tighter plots, higher production values, and more exciting storytelling. That kind of competition puts serious pressure on Battle Through the Heavens to improve, because if it doesn't, there are plenty of alternatives ready to take its place. That said, Battle Through the Heavens still holds a powerful card: emotional investment. The series has been around for years. Many fans have grown up with it. There's real nostalgia here, real love for the characters and their journey. That emotional bond is exactly why the criticism is so intense. People are hurt not just because the show got worse, but because they feel like something they once loved has changed beyond recognition. Interestingly, recent surveys show that while 73% of fans believe the show has lost its passion, a large percentage of those same fans would still consider returning if genuine improvements were made. That emotional connection can either be a path to redemption or the final straw that turns loyal viewers away for good. So, how long will this zero-tolerance phase last? It depends entirely on what happens next. If production quality gets a boost, if the story starts respecting the source material again, and if the release schedule stabilizes, we could start to see improvements in just a few months. The negativity could start to fade, and Battle Through the Heavens might earn back its reputation. But if nothing changes, if shortcuts continue, delays pile up, and plot lines keep straying off course, this zero-tolerance reaction may not just last. It could evolve into something worse: total disengagement. The kind where people don't even bother to complain anymore. They just walk away. And when that happens, it's hard to come back from. At the end of the day, Battle Through the Heavens still has a chance. But the clock is ticking. The fans have spoken. Now it's up to the creators to decide what kind of legacy this series will leave behind. And that wraps up our deep dive into the current situation surrounding Battle Through the Heavens. Whether you're a longtime fan or someone just keeping an eye on the Donghua scene, one thing is clear: this series is at a crossroads. Will it recover and reclaim its former glory, or continue down a path that pushes fans further away? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the studio can fix things? Are you still watching, or have you already moved on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into anime, Donghua, or animation industry trends, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay critical, and I'll catch you in the next one.